What is historicism? The term historicism is so widely used by so many authors in so many senses as to have become confusing, particularly as it can be defined in both positive and negative terms. In very general terms, historicism can be defined as the belief or conviction that historical phenomena are situated and defined by their specific context and are therefore to be explained in terms of the contingent factors that gave rise to them. Perhaps best defined as a trend or mood rather than as a specific school of thought, historicism is usually associated with those developments in the German Romantic philosophy of the late 18th and early 19th centuries that are linked to the rise of hermeneutics. Turning away from the abstract universalism of the Enlightenment, major works such as Johann Gottfried Herder's treatise on the origins of language, which argues that a people's culture and thought are accessible only through its language, and Leopold von Ranke's histories of the Latin and German nations, begin to look at national languages and nations themselves as particular expressions of human existence and introduce a new sense of relativism into linguistic and historical studies. The sense of relativism or comparativism is further promoted by the developments in comparative religion and comparative philology that inspired the hermeneutics of Friedrich Daniel Ernst Schleiermacher's elements of grammar, hermeneutics, and criticism. As a result of the convergent effects of comparativism and hermeneutics, both history and linguistics begin to focus on the unique circumstances of individual examples rather than on the universal histories of the Enlightenment. Historians such as Ranke begin to attempt to stand aside from their own eras and cultures, to think in terms of the consciousness of the age they are studying, and to reproduce the way in which the world appeared to its contemporaries. A similar approach informs the history of mentalities or collective beliefs associated with the French Annales school. An early, and by no means universally accepted, example of that version of historicism is supplied by Lucien Febvre's study of the religion of Rabelais, which reconstructs the mental world of the 16th century in order to demonstrate that the modern notion of atheism was quite literally unthinkable in the worldview of that period. In his discussions of literary realism, George Lukács equates historicism with the conception of history as the destiny of the people, but also with the writer's historical fidelity or faithful reproduction of the great collisions, the great crises, and the great turning points of history. Ernst Bloch, in stark contrast, describes historicism as the enemy of novelty, as the plundering and desecration of the past, and as the falsification of pedigree that allows the Nazi Party to pervert the medieval millenarian belief in the coming of the Third Reich, or the kingdom of the Holy Spirit, into the nightmare of the totalitarian thousand-year Reich of Hitler. Perhaps the most famous critic of historicism in the 20th century is Karl Popper, whose Poverty of Historicism describes it as an approach to the social sciences which assumes that the discovery of the rhythms, patterns or laws that underlie the evolution of history will allow future developments to be predicted with scientific accuracy. This approach, Popper contends, is based upon false analogies with the natural sciences, upon a failure to realize that the laws of nature are in fact hypotheses. History, according to Popper, is characterized by an interest in actual, singular and specific events rather than laws and generalizations. As the title of his polemic, which alludes to Marx's Poverty of Philosophy, makes clear, Popper's main target is Marxism, which he views as a variety of fatalism, and as a major threat to the open society of liberal democracy. That Marxism is a form of historicism is widely accepted, but that view is vehemently rejected by Louis Althusser. For Althusser, historicism is a characteristic of the 19th century political economy which, for ideological reasons, cannot transcend its own presence or contemporaneity and cannot see beyond its own categories. Marxism makes an epistemological break with political economy by establishing itself as both a distinctive science of history, that is, historical materialism, and a theoretical science, that is, dialectical materialism, which, unlike ideology, is not constrained by the base/superstructure model. Althusser also uses the term historicism to refer to the many deviations from scientific Marxist theory which ignore the problem of overdetermination and argue that history can be understood by taking or cutting an essential section through the social formation and reducing all contradictions to the expressions of an essence. Antonio Gramsci, Lucio Colletti, Galvano della Volpe, and Jean-Paul Sartre are all accused by Althusser of succumbing to historicism. Finally, in art, especially in architecture, historicism is sometimes used to describe the introduction of stylistic or decorative features that quote from the styles of the past.